morning folks, welcome back to Try to Be YouTube channel, and thanks for all the new subscribers. Thank you for subscribing and joining the channel, and I hope you enjoy watching the videos and keeping up through this sort of training and triathlon season. So Wednesday night, normally I alternate between track and a bike ride. So last week should have been track, was a run race which was great, it was a trail race. Tonight back on the bike with South Normanton Cycle Club and out for 20-25 miles, a little bit hilly, steady pace, 14-15 miles an hour, something like that. Be a bit fun in the wind. We've got quite a windy evening, so tailwind will keep us moving, headwind will slow us right down, and we've got a few hills. So nice steady pace, nice steady group. There's 2 or 3 groups of people that come, so some go faster than others. I like to ride with a steadier group and just take it a little bit easier. No need to rush around this tonight to make it a nice evening and make the most of it. Anyway, keep your eye out on the video, keep watching, and don't forget, if you like the video, give us a thumbs up as we go along, and subscribe to the channel if you're not a subscriber, then that'll be great to see you as well. Alright, we're off. Hopefully you can hear me for the wind. It's very windy tonight. Just come around the first bend and it was really nearly caught me by surprise. So we're going to have to watch that tonight, especially coming past roads and junctions and gaps in hedges. Somehow I seem to be on the front again, but never mind, we'll drop back later. One of the nice things about this route is that we're going to go down Ford Bridge Lane. The downside is we're going to come back up it again later, but never mind, it's all part of the fun. Right, down Ford Bridge Lane. So we'll do the climb up later, and there's a video already on the channel for the uphill, which you can have a look at on the channel. Feels like it's going to be a backwind up here coming up later. That'll be quite nice as long as the wind stays where it is. That was Ford Bridge Lane downhill into an headwind. Interesting.
It'd be beautiful.
Quite often hear me say clear, or hear people say clear, and people put their arms out. It's all indication to people behind you that if you're coming out of a junction, then the road is clear. And we're pointing out potholes and uneven surface and manhole covers, all the sort of things that can make you fall off. Trouble is with British roads is you very rarely ride with both hands on the handlebars if you're doing this, because there's that many things to point out, particularly potholes and manhole covers. You're very much riding one-handed. No, we've got everyone. You're going to carry on?
Long way, Cap.
Yeah, I'm going back, I've had enough. Now I'm not. Unfortunately all you get to see now is bums. But we are at the back of the pack for a change, just waiting for him to come up the hill, and now we can tag on the back. Tag on the back we will. It's nice once you get out of the wind, it's lovely. There's a bit of tailwind now, which is nice, so enjoying that. Some very friendly car drivers letting us through. Nice to see. There's a short little hill that is just enough to test the legs. Remember when I first started cycling a few years ago, this hill was completely brown bread by the time you get to the top. But now we're still in the big ring. Quick breather at the top. And a quick view of Richard on the front. And you can see what I mean about not riding with two hands on the handlebars very long, because you've always got something to point out. Car back, Rich. We've got a right turn here anyway, haven't we? Clear. Right, sneak a bit of this while we can get down the road, and I'm going to take a bit of a bypass to the big busy roundabout down the road. So we come this way, we can come up and over the footbridge, which just makes life a little bit simpler. It's nice to get a different view, isn't it, instead of just from the front of the bike. Although I'm having to hang on to this camera without a grip handle, so it's a bit trickier. But anyway, this is how good we can get it. How many more? There we go. Finally, got a bit of tailwind, or at least it's coming from right over the right shoulder, which is a bit of relief. We just come up a long climb, well, a long drag really, all into the wind. It's making that a bit challenging, but we made the turn really, so we're on the way back towards South Normanton. We've probably got about 10 miles to go, and hopefully most of this is going to be tailwind, because we seem to have ridden the first 10 or 12 miles into the wind. So looking forward to this, cruising back, taking it steady with a bit of a tailwind to push us along. One of the things I've been trying to do on these shorter rides is to attack the hills rather than drop down the gears down to the little ring and work your way up the gears so you're into the smallest gear, and try and just get to the top of it, which you might do on a longer race. So on a 70.3 or Ironman race is the sort of thing you might do, drop down the gears and really take it easy up the climbs and then take the speed advantage down. But in a sprint, I think what I need to do is attack the hills, because there's not enough time to recover the lost time if you take it steady. So what I'm trying to do tonight, and I've done it on a couple of hills so far, is to try and really attack the hill, stay in the big chain ring and push it really hard up that hill, and then take the recovery down the other side with a bit of speed but not working hard. And that seems to be paying off at the minute, so I'm going to keep focusing on that for a little while. Something that might just improve my overall bike speeds on the shorter distances, particularly on Saturday on the gravel ride. So this is one of those hills I want to attack, and I've not done a very good start, to be honest, because I've just lost all momentum. But anyway, here we go. Let's sort of attack this climb, so rather than sit back on the easy gears. It's not steep, it's 6% over the M1, climbing to about 7%, so it's not a huge gradient, and I gave the guys a bit of a head start, and I am gaining on them, so that's nice. Comes over a little plateau and then backing up again, so up to 5%. It's 15 mile done, probably got 5 or 6 mile to go. Been on so far into a headwind as well. Okay, we're run out of gears on the big cog, so we're just going to see if we can grind this one. Not relying on any heart rate data or any power data here, purely on perceived effort, which is one way of training. Back onto a bit of a level again, so that's good. We come up that second steep bit with decent power, decent strength, and can push on a bit, waiting for the recovery on the inevitable downhill, gaining all the time on the 3 guys in front. Which does mean I'm working a bit harder than they are, and we're almost there. 500 feet to go. Just see the brow of the hill, and there we are. Climb done. Now, no idea what data is, we won't know, because I haven't got my power pedals, I haven't got my heart rate monitor, so relying just on perceived effort, and I'd give that a solid 9, maybe 9.5 out of 10, but all in the big chain ring, so I'm really pleased with that. Great climb.
Just a little training setup in your shed then.
So, ride done. Unfortunately the battery went flat on the camera, so missed the last bit of the ride, but we only came up Fordbridge Lane, so have a look at the previous videos and scroll through. You'll find a full video of Fordbridge Lane and a previous video where I rode up Fordbridge Lane anyway, so have a look at those and see what that's like. But we just missed that bit earlier because the battery went flat. But anyway, great ride, so thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and look out for race day on Saturday at Holcombe Hall.